So the match finishes Forest 0, Everton 1. Stinker, absolute stinker. Welcome to the player ratings. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're, doing as well as you can be. And welcome to my thoughts, the player ratings, and an absolute crap show from Forest. Let's kick it off with the likes. Please make sure you've hit that like button. Make sure you've subscribed as well if you're new here. And I'm sorry, but we're doing amazing for the season, right? There's no obviously two ways about that. We are where we are on merit. That performance is absolutely diabolical. Now, firstly, shout out to Everton. They deserve a lot of praise. They came in, played well. I thought defensively they were sound. They created the better chances. And if that game had finished 0-0, if you're an Evertonian, you're looking at it thinking, we should have got 3 points out of it. Well, thanks to Murillo, yes, Murillo, who I love, but I will call him out, Everton get the 3 points. And laziness from Murillo, absolute laziness to lose the ball where he did is criminal. It's absolutely criminal. That whole team, let's just paint the picture. We're playing against an Everton team, right? And this is no disrespect to Everton. They're on the beach. They're not getting relegated. They're not getting Europe. Against a Forest team who know there is a chasing pack coming up against them. And you got to say the mentality was so weak. You would have thought Forest were the ones on the beach. Everton's were the ones who were chasing it. Absolute joke of a performance. No desire, no effort, no energy, lackluster, poor. Absolutely poor. It's not acceptable to be in the position, and you have to use the mentality of where we are now, not where you thought we would be at the start of the season, not what you were expecting at the start of the season. Now, at home, we hadn't lost since we played Newcastle in November. That place is meant to be a fortress. It wasn't at Goodison. It was at the City Ground. Absolutely unacceptable performance. And yes, I do give a lot of credit to the way Everton came and performed. Okay, these are two similar philosophies in terms of managers. And you have to say, Moyes outshone Nuno. He made two subs. Didn't change the shape of it. We were getting overrun in that midfield. You had Alex Moreno having an absolute stinker, I think, on the left-hand side. You got a team that can't pass a ball from A to B. You've got then the tactics where you're still kicking it long with Cells. I've said this all season. You're kicking along to Cells against probably one of the most physical, tall defenses in the league, and they're batting them back. We're not winning the second balls off the back of those headers. At home. Not acceptable at all. And Forest are now starting to put themselves in as much trouble as they can. I mean, this is the most Forest thing you could expect to happen. It is Forest. It is what it is. Look, we're still third. Newcastle now have 2 games in hand in us. Can overtake us. The only saving grace there is I think they play Villa. I think they got Palace midweek. Well, by the time they play Villa, they could be ahead of us. And we got Spurs a week on Monday, so everyone would have played and will know better where the positions are. It's not acceptable. Joey, thank you for subscribing. Mr. 142, thank you for subscribing. Rodney Trotter, thank you for subscribing. Now, before people tell me I'm not allowed to be angry, disappointed, and everything because we are third, I can be whatever I want to be. You can be happy if you want with that performance and what have you. That's up to you guys. This is me. I gave them a free pass over Villa. I'm not giving them a free pass against Everton. I am not going to do it. Okay? And I'll be interested to see how you guys have rated the players. The link's pinned in the chat. Get your player ratings in 0 to 10. When I said at the end of the game, legitly, I don't know who man of the match is. I still have no idea who man of the match is. Wood, I didn't even see on the pitch. I can't remember him having a significant touch. Morgan Gibbs-White, stinker today. Jota just walks around. He has no structure in his game. He has no structure in his game whatsoever. He probably had the 2 best chances, though. But again, it felt rushed and panicked. Murillo, stinker. Moreno, stinker. Dominguez, a lot of hustle. Dominguez, okay. Dominguez, okay, just probably Sells man of the match because he saved that shot from Ndai. That's about the only memorable thing I can think of it. So poor today. And to get this far into the season and make it harder for ourselves is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Tarkovsky deleted Wood from existence. I thought Everton's defense was absolutely rock solid, man. Rock solid. And this is, again, I'll reiterate this, and I'm sure the Evertonians will agree with me. They do not have a pacey midfield. No pace in that midfield short of Ndai. Yeah, but obviously he's an attacker on the left. When you look at Jimmy Garner and Idrissa Gana Gueye, right? We know Jimmy Garner from our time with him. Idrissa Gana Gueye is well into his 30s, man. And they boss the midfield. They boss the midfield over our midfield. I cannot underline, and I've said this, and I've been consistent with this all season. This midfield is not good enough. We cannot control a midfield. And that's fair enough to say that when you're coming against a possession-based team, like, I don't know, a Man City, an Arsenal, whatever, and you expect that. When you come across another team that plays in a similar style and you're at home and you're the ones who need the points because they do not, you should have to change your game plan and not just think, you know what, let's sit back. And the other thing to say, this blame also goes on Nuno. He doesn't get off scot-free on this one because before the match, he did an interview, I think, with Bean, and his fundamental message was clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. Okay? I haven't timed anyone out. No one's been timed out, bro. So if your mentality is clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet, well, one, you didn't keep the clean sheet. Secondly, you still need to attack. Clean sheets will not get you into the Champions League. Clean sheets are a good foundation to build on, but off the back of that, you need to attack the game, especially at home. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Anyway, let's get into the player ratings. Honestly, and I'll say it again, this is nothing against Everton. They fully deserve that win. I've got no beef with Everton, but I'm talking specifically from our performance. Like, if you go into that game and you go 1-0 up against Everton, right? The likelihood that Everton are going to be that motivated to come back into the game and everything is very slim. This is on Nuno. This is on the team. This is on Murillo. At least come away with a point. So bad. Right, let's get into the player ratings, man. Make sure you've got your player ratings in. The link's pinned in the chat. Also, I've got a spot prize here from Football Prizes. You can win 2 hospitality tickets for Forest versus Man City. There's only 59 tickets, okay? I think already 14 or 15 of them have gone. The chances of you winning this, the odds are very good. Scan this QR code, excuse me, or click on the link that's in the description or in the chat. Go check out this Football Prizes giveaway if you want to be in that semi-final, because that could be our route into Europe right now. You know what I'm saying? So check that out and let's get into the player ratings. Sells was okay. I don't think Sells did anything wrong, and he probably kept us in that game with that Ndai save. Outside of that, I don't look as good as much credit as I've given Everton. I don't think they barraged our goal. We weren't bombarded and things like that. It was quite lethargic, okay? Sells was okay for me. I've got no beef with his performance, but we still lost. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I thought he's probably man of the match. Right? I don't know. The rest of the team, embarrassing. Let's see what you guys said on Sells. 5.46. Okay. Osvaldo, thank you for subscribing. So, Sells, I don't want to say much about him because he wasn't the problem today, is the easiest way to do that. Right, let's move on to Nico Williams. I'm still going to say Nico Williams is a better left back than a right back. I thought he was okay, but not great. And Dye, for me, if you look at the balance of the battle across that match, and Dye probably won it 60-40, in my opinion. Did he do anything wrong? No, not really. It's like, he's okay. He's okay. I can't put any responsibility on the goal to Nico Williams. He was up against their best player. In general, he was okay. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for me for Nico Williams. Really starting to like Wolfie and Forrest. Just need to see more of these performances. I hope they come. Woodinho saying not good enough. He did block that shot with his... Yeah, he did. He did, Curtis. He took one literally in the jugular. Outside of those two, honestly, the rest of them... Well, let's see what you guys did. You said 4.6 for Nico Williams. Get your votes in, guys. Please make sure you've hit that like button as well. Let's move on to Milenkovic. I don't think Milenkovic was as commanding today. I thought he was in quite a big battle, especially like when Beto came on and made it more physical. I don't think Brozier caused too many problems for Forest today, if I'm being honest with you. But it was just lackluster. And I'm not aiming this directly at Milenkovic. It's just the whole performance was lackluster. And look, eventually, if you perform that way, eventually you're going to be found out. And I'm going to probably give Milenkovic like a 4.5 or 5, something like that. Again, I can't really attribute too much blame to... I'll tell you what was bad about him, actually, his passes. His passes were atrocious. There was a section in the second half where he went to pass it to Elanga under no pressure and literally passed it straight out of play. And that, to me, kind of surmised the game and the lacklusterness of Forest. They were crap. You're being graceful, Wolfie. Mine was a lot lower. I mean, yeah, they were crap. Okay, I'll give him a 4. His passing was poor today. His passing was poor. It's not a reflection on his season. It's this match in isolation for me. And that pass does stand out. It was poor. Let's see what you guys did. 4.5. About the same. Keep getting them votes coming in. It's a live counter, so as soon as you vote, it will sort it out and update it. I would say all the team were crap today, says Tony. Tony, I'm not against agreeing with you there, bud. I'm not against it at all. Okay, Murillo. I'm going to talk about him in 2 phases. Before the mistake and after the mistake. That mistake was coming, by the way, because he was doing that all game. Too many times. He was taking too many touches or not getting rid of the ball quick enough. He was extremely poor today. And this is before I even talk about the mistake. He just felt that he could have as much time as he needed on the ball when he wasn't being granted that because Everton were actually pressing. He had that shoulder injury at one point in the second half. He nearly gave away a penalty against Beto. Him and Dominguez at some points were getting in each other's way in that defense in the penalty box. The organization, and I'm putting this blame on him, was bad from him today. He had a stinker today for me, an absolute stinker. He's a 1 out of 10. He's cost us a point. Whether you like it or not, that goal is on him. As far as I'm concerned. They appeared to be bottling it, says Linda. I was surprised when Nuno took Jota Silva off. Jota was one of the best players on the pitch, says Jet Setter. He was, I mean, it wasn't hard to be one of the best players on the pitch, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought the whole performance was crap. Wow, you guys gave him a 3.1. That is very, very generous. Very generous. Am I being harsh with a 1? Am I being harsh with a 1? I don't think I am. Anyway, let's move on. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Moreno. Stinker. Absolute stinker. Can't pass the ball. Defending was poor. I personally, in the Spurs game, I would actually put Nico Williams back at left back, and I'd risk Eric Silva at right back. Moreno, for me, I'd send him back to Villa. He's had one good game for me, one standout game, and that was against Liverpool. He didn't offer anything going forward, didn't offer anything defensively. His passing was horrific. He was probably one of the worst passers on that pitch today. He's an absolute stinker for me today. Stinker. I don't even think he deserves a 1. I don't think he deserves a 1. Moreno's good at working the crowd, though. Cool. Give him Lingard's pom-poms from when he left, and he can stand on the sidelines and be a cheerleader then. Moreno's too obsessed with his ends of game fist pumps crap. Yep, Steve, yep. Like, perform on the pitch, and the crowd won't need cheering on. I'm giving him a 0, guys. I'm sorry. I just was not happy with his performance at all. I thought he had an absolute stinker. Stinker for me. I'm just so annoyed with this game. It's so poor. So poor. Why am I having a pop at Lingard? Because Lingard's a twat. That's why. Is that fair enough? Does that answer your question? All right, let's see what you guys did. 3.14. My God, man. How did you get to 3.14? Wow. I have no words. All right. I don't even want to look at his face, man. He's trying to look like he's Felipe, man. There's only one Felipe, the idiot. I don't want to see him play again. Go back to Villa. Dominguez. Look, Dominguez was okay. All right, Dominguez, energetic, chases the ball down, puts the odd tackle in, and what have you, right? But he's not the midfielder that's gonna win you the ball, then move the ball and progress it forward, or dribble up through the midfield or something like that. I don't know, Tom, man. My head's gone, bro. They're both 0s. As far as I'm concerned, to be honest, the whole team outside of Sells can have a 0, and I got no problems with that. We can't continue with a midfield of Dominguez, Anderson plus a Dominguez, or Anderson plus a Yates, or Anderson plus Sangare. It doesn't work. The midfield is not good enough. When your midfield is not good enough, you have to play with a 3-man midfield to put extra bodies in there. End of discussion. It's not rocket science. He had to set up in a 4-3-2-1. It's the only way it was going to work. But his application today was fine. I'll give him a 4 out of 10. That's as high as I can really go. 4 out of 10. But we haven't got... Anderson can do it, but he didn't do it today. Anderson looks shot, by the way. We'll come on to him in a second. Ben with the 4.99, he says, how the F has Moreno got a 3.14? The only 3.14 he should see is the A314 to Hounslow, so he can board a plane at Heathrow and F off. Wow, I think we all know how Crypto's feeling about Moreno. Let's see what he's got to say on Grumpy Old Reds tomorrow. Nobody liked my Pi 3.14 joke. Okay, fair point. Few jokes coming in. And I'll give him a 4. I actually think I'm probably being generous with a 4. You guys are definitely being generous with a 4.3 there. Your ratings are reflecting the team effort. A 0 rating for a player is just a tantrum. Yeah, I guess so. It's like how can I break this down? The overall team performance is like a 0 or a 1. Yeah. The individuals within there, some did some stuff. It just didn't cohesively connect at all. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Morgan Gibbs-White. Absolute stinker from Gibbs-White. wasn't influential in the game. His shooting is still just as woeful. He had 2 or 3 shots that were atrocious. Probably one of his shots was his best shot from distance I've seen all season, as it just went wide of the post. It didn't go over the bar. There was no connection between him and Wood. There was no real link-up play like we've seen before between him and Anderson. The odd time he got a decent pass out wide to Hudson-Odoi. Outside of that, I think he had an absolute stinker. Absolute stinker. Yeah, City want to pay 100 mil for him. I don't know. 100 mil. 100 mil buys you a lot of talent. I think you should have me on Grumpy Old Red, says Sean. I think there'll be a few expletive words right there. So I'm giving Gibbs White a 2. I just don't. He needed. If there was a game where he could have influenced the midfield, that would have been the game. That would have been the game, and he didn't. He didn't. 2 out of 10 for me. See what you guys did. Wow, nearly a 4, a 3.8. I don't know. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? How'd you lot get to nearly a 4? There we go. Now we're aligning Wolfie. All right, cool. Aligning on what? Would you guys sell him for 100 mil? Sell Gibbs White to finance a new midfield. Totally overrated, says Mark. Would you guys actually sell him for 100 mil? Some yeses in the chat. A couple of no's. It's mixed. It's mixed. There's some yeses. I get your heads are hot after this game. You'd sell him for 80, says Curtis. You voted a 1. Some must have voted 5, so yeah, probably. Sell him for £2.50. Oh, don't give me Zinc, man. Zinc ain't gonna... there's a huge difference. Hell yeah, would you buy... Who would you buy to replace MG Dub? I'd get... what's his name from Leon? Cherky. I can't remember how to pronounce it. By the way, I wouldn't sell Gibbs White if you're interested, in my opinion. But if he went, that's who I would get in. Anyway, you guys went 3.8. I think that was a bit high, but whatever. Okay, let's move on to Jota Silva. Like, Jota Silva, if you watch his highlights reel of the match, will probably look like the best player in the Forest shirt, right? Because he had the best chances. He was busy, but I still say he is a fly chasing shit. Fly to shit even. I just don't. I don't see it with him. I'm sorry. I just don't see what we get with him. If he scores a goal, fantastic. He's a good impact sub, but he's just. I don't think he knows how to play that wide right position well enough. He wasn't the worst player. But I would say this, I don't think the selection of him in the team was right. Fly chasing shit. Yeah, fly, you can't chase shit, isn't it? Dog chasing their tail. I've mixed my analogies together. He's a dog chasing his tail. Jota's like the child. Exactly that, Mark. Exactly that. All these are true. Headless chicken at times, agreed. Chasing the ball on the playground. He just is attracted to the ball. That's the thing. And I'll give him a 3.5, 4. That's the best I can give him. I'm sorry. A fly to shit. That's the saying I was looking for. Thank you. I'll give him a 4, and I'm being extremely generous. And that's because he had 2 shots. And by the way, he should have scored one of those. He should have scored. And I'll say, if someone wants to come in for Jota, I wouldn't lose any sleep if we sold him. You guys went 3.9. Okay. So about the same. About the same. My dog is currently chasing a fly. Yeah, I'd get rid of him. I'd get rid of him. I'm not going to actively get rid of him, but if he goes, I don't care. Okay, Hudson-Odoi, very quiet for me on that left side. He had a decent chance to score. He scuffed his shot at Pickford. I just feel like he was forcing the game too much. I don't think he was that involved in the game either. I thought O'Brien had him locked down pretty much most of the game. I would have expected him to score that chance. As stinky as we played, he should have scored that chance. And there wasn't, like, when Forest are in full flow, what you see is Gibbs White coming across to the left-hand side with Anderson and Hudson-Odoi, and you start to see a bit of interaction there. And then you would have had, like, Nico Williams overlapping, creating that overload. I didn't see any of that today. I don't know what to give Hudson-Odoi. I don't. 4. I don't think he was that influential. I'll give him a 4. I don't know. I think 4 is probably too high, but whatever. You guys went 3.8. I'm guessing then I'm somewhere near the right spot. Okay. Wood. Did he play? Did he play? He didn't. Look, there's going to be the usual lines in the chat. I'm sure some of you have already written them. Wood got no service. I agree with you. But Wood wasn't winning any of the aerial duels against those centre-backs, especially from Sells' long kicks. There was nothing happening there. Wood didn't have a shot. I don't think he had a shot on goal. I don't even think he was linking up the play at all with the wingers and things like that. Jess, don't you try and put that 10, Jess. I saw that, Jess. I saw that. There will be the excuse first game back. Agreed. There is that. But he just... And this isn't just aimed at him. This is aimed at all 11 players out there. They just didn't seem that fussed today, guys, if I'm being honest with you. They just didn't seem that fussed. I expected more of an impact from him. Like, you look at Wood now, he's on 18 goals for the season. He's got, what, 6 or 7 games left to get into 20. That's a good motivator for me, for a striker. It's like, if I can get 2 more goals, I'm in the 20s. That's a cracking return. I don't remember Wood on that pitch at all. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sorry, Jess, but I don't. And I will grant him he's coming back from the injury and what have you. But there ain't much to big up about his performance. So he's a 2 for me, but I'm going to give him 1 extra because he's back, maybe fitness-wise and what have you. I'll give him a 3, and I'm being way, way generous there. But again, this underlines the lack of depth we have, especially in that striking position. I'm giving him a 3 there. I'm being nice. I've kind of calmed down a little. You guys gone 2.7. William says, is it fair to say a lack of striking options could cost us dearly? I think we're still okay, guys. I think we're still okay. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, on to the subs. Alanga came on. Was Alanga the first sub, guys? Help me out. Let's have a quick look. It was the first sub. It was Alanga. Okay, Alanga. Stinker from Alanga for me. Wasn't involved. Didn't do anything in the game. I legit can't remember him having a touch. Legitly can't remember him having a touch. Did he do anything? I'm trying to replay the match in my mind and I don't want to. Can someone please tell me if I'm missing something and did Alanga do anything in this match? Oh, wait. And he had enough minutes. He came on in the 59th minute. Two. I'm sorry, Alanga. It's a 2. It's a 2 from me. Nope, every pass was backwards. You know what, Steve? Every pass in that whole team was backwards, man. Absolute stinkers all round. I am a 2, probably generous. What have you guys? A 3.2. Wow. 1 cross at the end. I don't even remember that cross. I'm seeing this as a wake-up call for the locker room. It better be, man. It better be. Muscled out by big blonde defender. Villa gained 6 points on us since last week. Worrying times. We've played from an well played from an Everton fan. No, well played from you. We had an absolute stinker, bro. We had an absolute stinker. Guys, quick reminder, please do hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. How many likes are we on? We're only on 102 and there's well over 500 of you in here. We should be over 150. So take a quick second. Please do hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Hopefully this is a bit of therapy. I'm slowly calming myself down as we go through this. So hopefully it's helping you guys. Let me know by making sure you've hit that like button. Get those likes up. Okay, let's move on from Elanga. Next sub was Ryan Yates. I was expecting when Ryan Yates came on, maybe a couple of crunching tackles, this, that, and the other, a bit more passion in the game and what have you. Just got a ticket for Football Prize for the FA Cup. You have made me regret it, bro. I hope you win, bro. I hope you win because it'll be a fabulous day out for you. Look, what I'll say about Yates is I thought at least he won some headers. At least he won some headers, right? Did he do anything more? I mean, I was worried for a moment. I thought he'd given a penalty away. It wasn't a penalty when I saw it on the replay. Outside of that, I can't really offer you too much more on what Yates did. No real forward passes, no real chances created, no real nothing. 4 for me, unless you guys tell me I've missed something. We had one corner at home the entire match. It was atrocious. It was atrocious. Okay, let's see what you guys did for Yates. 3.67. Maybe I'm the one being too generous, and I'm usually accused of being an agenda. Yates had a head injury, did he? Anyway, let's move on. Was that it? He made 2 subs. Is that... Please tell me that's wrong and he didn't just make 2 subs. Please tell me. Please. It's right, TC. On that note, let's talk about Nuno. I'm sorry, I'm getting over this sub thing. So someone explained to me, right? It's clear to everyone, be it, you know, a layman watching the game, a neutral watching the game, a Forest fan, an Everton fan, whatever, that Everton are on top of that game. And not on top, I'd say, that's probably the wrong, I'd say in control of that game. In control of that game. And you make 2 subs, like for like. Okay, you can say Elanga improvement on Silva. I'll grant that. The second sub was Dominguez for Yates. Much of the muchness on that one. Where was the strategical change to switch up the formation a little? Maybe even go back 3. Maybe even go back 3 and think, you know what? Against Villa in the second half, we looked a little better. Maybe try that out. Bring Morato on. Push the wing-backs higher up. Whatever. Okay, or do what I said to start with and go 4-3-2-1. And this is a problem I've had with Nuno all season, is substitutions. I can probably pick out 5 games where he's made the right times on the substitutions. This has gone back to whatever with this. I just think he got it wrong from the start. I think it should have been a 4-3-2-1. And then the changes were poor. Now, the argument back for those who want to defend the substitutions will be, well, what substitutions? You look at the bench. You got Miguel, Morato, Bolly, Abba, Danilo, Sangare, and Sosa. Firstly, I'd say Sosa. Bring on Sosa. Sosa's not been that bad as an impact sub anytime I've seen him. I don't think he's been that bad. I actually think he's better than Jota. There, I said it. Secondly, change the shape of that midfield because you're getting overrun in it. And thirdly, and most importantly, those subs tell me one thing and one thing only. Nuno was happy with the clean sheets and a point. He happily would have taken a point from that game. And he probably would have thought that was a good result. That's honestly how I read what he did in this match and what he said before this match. That he just wanted a clean sheet. Well, you know what? You didn't get your clean sheet. You didn't get a point. You didn't get it right tactically. And your changes were really, really poor. Really poor. I'm giving him a 1 out of 10. I thought a lot is on that. More so, obviously, Murillo's cost us the point, but I still think the setup was wrong. Zero faith in his bench with Nuno. Maybe, but you know what? He chose not to strengthen in January. So if he's not happy with this bench, he should have strengthened in January. So this is on him from both those fronts. One, you're not for real, too much. You think one's too high? Let's see what you guys did. 2.6. If you think I went too high, man, then that's over double what I went. Manager of the month strikes again. Yeah, man. I mean, we need Spurs to not sack Ange if they go out of Europe. That's all I'm saying. How many more times does this conversation have to be had before you all realize Nuno's not good enough? I told you all this when he got the job, says Bubba D. I think, well, that's your opinion. Fair play to you. I think, for me personally, that's a bit of a knee-jerk to what he's done. But I think his big mistakes are he did not strengthen in January, and his substitutions have been appalling a lot of these games. Timing-wise. Can anyone actually tell me if Ryan Yates coming on and Elanga coming on made any significant impact? And I'm not saying those two particular players. I'm talking them as the subs, right? Did that make any significant change on the flow of the game, on the tactics of the game, on the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? On, not the morale of the game. What's the word when... Momentum. That's the word I was looking for. On the momentum of the game. I don't think it did. Personally, I don't think it did. If you are making subs, they have to have an impact. Be it a positive one where you go forward, or be it a more kind of negative, if you like, where you're kind of locking up shop. These subs were neither here nor there. I think it was just refreshing. They were just refreshing subs in terms of this guy looks a little tired like for like, which tells me that he was happy with the setup and the way it's going. I'll be interested to hear his post-match interview. Hey, how you doing? Late to this, but 3 for everyone should do it. Worst game this season. You're not far off. You're not far off. You guys are giving him a 2.6. I think that's generous. I think that's generous. Okay, man of the match. I have no clue what to say on man of the match. You say we're missing Einar. I agree we're missing Einar, but is our season going to collapse because of a right back? Maybe you should have brought Morato on for the back three. Maybe. Who can we even come up with 4 candidates for man of the match? By the way, we're only on 128 likes, over 500 in here. Please do hit that like button. The only 2 that scored okay were Sells and Williams. Do you want any more? Anderson? Did we rate Anderson, by the way? I can't remember talking about him. Man of match Wolfie for doing the watch along with that shit. Yeah, it feels like a long day. I've got 3 for you. I honestly can't think of anyone else. Jota Silva. Alright, I'll chuck Jota Silva on. Alright, there you go. I mean, like, just toss a coin, really. Why do I feel like we didn't rate Anderson? I did forget Anderson, didn't I? Anderson's about a 5 for me. He's still tired, by the way, for me. Anyway, get your votes in for your man of the match. 51% Sal's in the lead here. This is interesting. Williams on 26, Joshua on 18. I think you lot are gaslighting Jota's performance too much, if I'm being honest with you. I think you lot are thinking of the highlight reel. In the ground, gave it to Anderson for man of the match. I mean, the bar wasn't high, was it? It really wasn't. Man. Have we lost to Everton at home every game since we've come back? I think we have. Is that right? Can't remember. We lost to them last year. For the first time, no man of the match. I should have done an option, no man of the match. Oh well, too late. Anyway, your man of the match. Get your votes in. I'll give you a couple of seconds. With 51% of the votes, 50 now, has gone to Matt Sells. Nico Williams in second place. Jota in third place and Anderson in fourth place with 2% of the vote. I don't know, guys, man. I don't know. This team's gonna just kill me, isn't it? This team's gonna kill me. It really is. Oh, what are you guys saying, man? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Oh God, Everton Mike's calling. What's he saying? Hi, mate. Say hi to the chat.
Oh, mate, are you okay?
Not really.
Oh, mate. Hey, listen, I love you all. It was a tough performance for you today, guys. Tough performance. But look, we keep smiling.
You deserve to win, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You deserve to win, but we were shocking, man.
Do you know what your problem was, in my opinion, today?
Everything?
I think you... Well, yeah, it was Everton, but I think it was because you just... Them players didn't seem, from start to finish, like they believed they needed to up their game to win today. It was like the role reversal. It was like when you were on the beach and we were playing for Champions League.
Exactly what I said. Thank you. That's exactly what I said. If you'd just been dropped in from planet, I don't know, whatever, Krypton, and that was the first football match you said, and someone said, who do you think's playing for something and who do you think isn't? You'd have said Everton are.
It was mad. It was mad. It really was mad. But look, I'm with Paul. Paul literally said, as soon as I got in the car, he went, I told you, as soon as McNeil comes on, he'll do something, and he did.
Tell Paul to drop you off and make you walk, mate. That'll make me feel a little better.
Listen, I love you all. You'll win next week. You'll go get the result against Spurs. Just keep smiling, right?
All right, bro. All right, I'll catch up with you later, mate.
Right.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Well, at least someone's happy. All right, on that note, let's wrap it up. I'll be on Never a Foul tonight at, I think, 8:45 for 9 o'clock. They're going to be salivating, man. And yeah, we'll have Grumpy Old Reds tomorrow, my match reaction, everything else. Please make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. We're still third. We're still third. Keep believing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you're getting cooked. Yeah, I know. They'll try, but we'll see what they do. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I ain't gonna. Come on, you Reds.